Well, in the 17 years depuis moi commencé à planter figues et puis après Hurricane Thomas vient trouver moi commencé à planter légumes, moi changé, moi commencé à planter légumes et puis vient trouver Trofla venir, les Trofla venir vient trouver moi à user watering can et puis Mr. Staffney et puis Mr. Gouvernement Taiwan vient trouver yo venir t'es qu'à passer, yo vini garder comment un dommage à trof là. Et puis vinn trouver, yo vini trouver, yo dit yo kay qui problème moi dit yo vini trouver, yo marché tout bail que yo kay garder si yo ça assister moi. Et puis vinn trouver then yo vini un assistant, moi vini yo vini un assistant là from government Taiwan. Et puis vinn trouver yo vini bon moi help là, yo un juice bon moi, yo fait compost bon moi, yo un generator bon moi.
This is symbolically one of the several demonstration plots that we are working on in collaboration with the farmer, and the Black Sigatoka Management Project, which is funded by the government of St. Lucia and the Republic of China, Taiwan, and along with the project manager, Mr. Vincent, we are trying to see how best we can induce a certain amount of what we call transformational change and mindset change and thinking in not just the banana subsector but in the wider agricultural sector, because we believe if we are going to encourage the farmer, and in particular younger farmers today, to sustain and remain in bananas, we need to give them a sort of direction as to what is I consider to be more strategic. And we refer to this demo plot as one which clearly seeks to demonstrate what I call strategic agricultural diversification. And I emphasize the word strategic from the standpoint that the farmer needs to be able to generate a certain amount of return, a certain amount of income and revenue to sustain himself and his family. The farmer needs to be able to better manage his business risk. The farmer needs to better manage his cash flow, knowing that so that he or she can remain in production on a sustainable basis. The farmer needs to know that he or she can sustain a livelihood, a decent livelihood for himself and his family and so on. So hence the term strategic. He has to be able to manage the risk, the many risks that are involved with agriculture. And so this demonstration plot is about moving, investing in other banana and non-banana agricultural crops.
Here, just the representative of ICDF Taiwan to monitor the implement of this project, and we offer the assistance for the capacity building. And last May and June, we organized a training course. We invited the expert from Taiwan Banana Research Institute to have a training course to the core staff, not only Black Sigatoka Management Unit, also for the Ministry of Agriculture officers. And such a training try to insist the ability for the disease management. Yeah, and this project is a 2-year project. My government, Republic of China, Taiwan, we offer over $2 million, not only for the disease management, also for the drainage and the diversification. And also Ambassador James Zhang, we try to continue to have a continuous project to assist the St. Lucia government and the Ministry of Agriculture to help the farmers, to assist the banana industry, to try to get more benefits to farmers.
Well, I am very happy to see the progress which we can witness, the progress that is clearly evident here on this farm. You see some systems being employed, mixed alternative cropping systems. You see compost being developed. You also see, very interestingly, we have what everyone is complaining about, which is the seaweed, and we have the seaweed right here in the Mabuya Valley, which was brought in from the coast to add to the compost making system. And for me, this is an example of really policy in action. This gentleman here received incentives as a result of our new incentives regime and the Agriculture and Fisheries Incentives Act, and he used it to procure the material that you see right here on the ground. And again, for the benefit of my colleagues in cabinet, when we make those kinds of decisions, to actually see it in action is really satisfying, and it's really heartwarming.
Well, as you know, our project was designated the responsibility for addressing the issues concerning Black Sigatoka. As you know, it's a very serious pest or a disease for farmers, and it costs quite a lot to control. So one of the approaches to managing Black Sigatoka, as we call it, an integrated approach, where you use all the different compartments of science to control the disease and at the same time make it more productive. So productivity is one of the key things in our approach. And sometimes, most of the time, you find the farmers who have been cultivating bananas have that historical approach, just put a plant, turn it back and come back for the bunch without taking care of the soil, without giving the proper treatments, looking out for diseases and problems, because sometimes you have, other than the leaf spot, you have soil issues like nematodes, borers, which also deplete the productivity and cause the farmer to get a lower production. So other than this approach, I said we need to show the farmer different options. And the option of alternative crop and diversification is a realistic approach in light of all the changing environment in the industry. And for the sustenance of agriculture in St. Lucia, if it was up to bananas alone, a lot of farmers would have left.
He started off as a banana farmer, and he is one of the more productive banana farmers in the valley. He has a farm which is about 4 acres, a little over 4 acres. 3 of these acres he has in bananas, and he's using a little over an acre to do his non-banana crops, which such as melon, cantaloupe, spinach, dashing, plantain, papaya, peppers. So he has really, and those initiatives are not really ours. Those initiatives are his. And all we have come to do is to assist him in improving on the techniques in which he's applying, to improve on the methods, and to improve on some of the technology. For example, he's at the stage where he's now gradually trying to transition from his sprinkler irrigation under the bananas into drip irrigation. Most of the non-banana crops already we give him assistance with the drip irrigation. He's using, as you can see here, he's using a lot of artificial mulching material, which he has spent a mint on. He's invested seriously into this, and so we can see that the product of all the efforts that he has made, right? We anticipate that we can use this as a template in which we can begin to with some modification, work with other farmers in different regions of the country to show them how agriculture can be a very profitable, a very life-sustaining form of livelihood. Okay, once with the proper technical guidance and with the support, the farmer and with his willingness and ability and effort and hard work, he can certainly make a very decent living, a successful livelihood out of agriculture.
Mr. Kennedy, I've been working with him for quite a while now, and it makes it a lot easier for me to work with him because he accepts a lot of the technical advice readily. He's somebody who's, once you tell him what to do, he would do his best to implement what you ask him to do.
Le m'a gade, ça c'est un bon bagay côté qui pour advice because la nan chay bay pour 17 years la monté en fig la mate connaître even Mr. Morgan tout ka ba advice qui ça pour faire mané pour contrôler pour sembler ces paille là et also pour spraying time et faire monitoring because ça c'est bay fa manipuler les points soyer cette ici because si ou pas point ça soyer et ko pas faire ba la right manière quoi tout ni problème fig ka mis en les pieds et puis un autre bagay ou ni pour point record keeping. Tout ces bails ça c'est bon because là on a point record keeping en fait combien là on a fait combien là on a spend ça c'est un bon bagay mais ça c'est un bagay pas toute femme qui a fait c'est pas toute femme qui a fait.
Okay, record keeping is key in agriculture in that you need to know from your management of your pests, your financial management and so forth, and all aspects of the farm management. We work with the farmer to ensure that he does his record keeping, and that will be used as part of the educational aspect of the project, in that the persons who visit this farm will also be exposed to the records that the farmer is keeping, and that will help themselves in implementing those measures on their farm. Has been running quite a few training programs with farmers on various aspects of Black Sigatoka management. But with this specific project, the intention is to share the knowledge and the experience gained on this project with farmers, students, and other technical persons within the agricultural industry. And we're hoping that the farmer will be used as a resource person to share his experiences, and also farmers will be brought here to see exactly what has been done and what is happening on this farm, so that they will have a practical experience and then they would get the knowledge from the farmer. We'll look at areas from as early as land preparation and all agronomic practices, and also management of the various crops. And we're hoping that this would help to share the knowledge with farmers throughout St. Lucia, so that in the long run it will benefit our agricultural industry and benefit production generally.
From time to time we have farm clinics, and we bring the farmer along with the workers to sort of pass on the information, pass on the technical service and the advice to the workers. So we're not leaving it simply for the farmers to disseminate that information, but we call them into groups, we bring them on we have the meetings on the farm, sometimes we have indoor meetings and on-farm meetings, and we pass on that sort of information as well.
Black Sigatoka, with the different environment now, you could see that there's a very low inoculum level, which that means there's less disease because of the integration of the other crops in the project. So I think that is one of the main issues we really need to enlighten the farmer on as far as productivity and applying technical and scientific approaches to the production of the crop.
With Black Sigatoka, what is important is the timeliness of the whole application. Because what we used to find out is that a lot of the farmers is remedial measures that they would undertake. But with Black Sigatoka, it's a very aggressive disease. And what is important is for us to adopt a preventative measure. And that is part of the whole controlling of Black Sigatoka. You need to adopt these preventative measures. Measures such as the whole aspect of sanitation, the whole aspect of deleafing, the whole aspect of your drains, and all of these good agricultural practices. These must be incorporated into the whole program. So it's not just a question of putting a Miss Blow on your back and then do the treatment with the fungicide and the oil, but the husbandry practices must be a key component of that as well.
And we are trying to decrease the amount of pesticides used on farms generally, because as you know, pesticides are very dangerous, and also they contribute to the decrease in productivity over time. And so we need to show the farmers, other than pesticides, the various cultural activities that needs to be done, and the timing of these issues are important, so that he has to understand the whole biology of the plant, at what time he has to take the particular actions, what are the pests and diseases he should expect at different points or stages of growth of the plant.
Actually, I want to thank you, my colleagues, Mr. Satney and the other unit staff. We work together, we cooperate together, try to offer the technical assistance to farmers, and also to educate the general people about the disease management.
Moi ça la assistance ça moi vais go through et puis côté qui pour ça faire ça un gros succès dans la vie moi et puis pour ça faire ici à un demonstration plot pour différents monde ça venir ouais et puis jeune monde qui pas intéressé à famine côté que pour ça intéressement en dans famine.
I think he has, to be honest, he has just started in relation to time. And I think he's going in the right direction, and I do not think we expect to hold his hand the whole journey. What we're doing is to have him independent and self-sufficient. And we, again, on the technical side, we need to make him understand the issues concerning pesticides, the soil, the plant, pests and diseases. And as you know, it is a very technical thing, and you have to, as I said, present it in a way that he could understand and pass it on to his other workers so that they could apply to the management of the farm.
Currently, we can see the disease is under control, and we can see the Mr. Constantine's farm. The diversification demonstration looks successful, and I think my government will seek to continue to extend or try to propose the next project about this banana disease management.
It's just an example of what we can do if we are very serious and we take what we're doing seriously. I wish to thank the officials of the Black Sigatoka management unit, the partners from the Taiwanese government, and the farmer himself, all those who are working so hard to ensure that we see success in our agriculture, and success comes out of the policies that we're developing as a government.